the Prime Minister has become a brand, and he's taken brand India along with him everywhere he goes.
What we have seen in last 10 years is the stature of India grow, not just in Singapore, across the entire world.
ये समय भारत के लिए सदी का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण समय है और ये समय भारत को किसी भी हाल में इसका फ़ायदा उठाना ही पड़ेगा। इसके लिए सिंगापुर की बहुत प्रमुख भूमिका है।
There is so much enthusiasm among the students, among the Indian diaspora, even amongst the locals here that the Prime Minister of India is visiting Singapore.
There is excitement among Indian people as well as Singaporeans and other diasporas as well.
I think India is on a growth trajectory like nobody else. So I see this to be a very historic visit, and I'm very looking forward very happily to what Prime Minister Modi says tomorrow on his visit.
There is an incredible level of enthusiasm right now amongst not just Indian students but the overall Indian diaspora with the visit that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is having here in Singapore starting from tomorrow. What we have seen in last 10 years is the stature of India grow, not just in Singapore, across the entire world, right? And this particular visit is even more special because this is happening after almost 5 years now, last one being in 2018. But this also happens after 2 weeks, right after the 3+3 meet that happened with Mr. S. Jaishankar, Ms. Tharman and Piyush Goyal, Minister Piyush Goyal. So after the 3+3 talks, now PM Modi is visiting, so there will obviously be talks about development, partnership, collaboration between India and Singapore on multiple levels, be it technology exchange, be it FDI, be it trade expansion, all those. And that just creates a buzz among not just Indians but also Singaporeans, because now India is looked at as a big market. Since this is India's century, as it has been dubbed already, and there is absolutely no doubt that this is not an India century. So there is excitement among Indian people as well as Singaporeans and other diasporas as well.
विजिट है कल से सिंगापुर के लिए, 5वीं बार पीएम आ रहे हैं। किस तरह से देखते हैं, कितना ये रिलेशनशिप आप ये यहाँ पे जो इंडियंस रहते हैं, आप लोग स्टूडेंट हैं, काम करते हैं, आप लोगों के लिए कितना बेनिफिशियल होगा?
सर, मैं अभी MBA का स्टूडेंट हूँ और मैं सेकंड ईयर का स्टूडेंट हूँ और मेरा पहला पूरा साल बिज़नेस और जियोपॉलिटिक्स, स्ट्रेटेजिक रिलेशन को पढ़ने में गया है। तो मैं इस चीज़ को बोल सकता हूँ कि सिंगापुर भारत का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनर है। भारत की 100% GDP में से 30% का योगदान सिंगापुर करता है। तो आप इसी चीज़ से इमेजिन कर सकते हैं कि सिंगापुर का इम्पोर्टेंस कितना है। और स्पेशली राइट नाउ जो ग्लोबल सिचुएशन है, जो कि डी रिस्किंग और डीकपलिंग की बात हो रही है, ये समय भारत के लिए सदी का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण समय है और ये समय भारत को किसी भी हाल में इसका फ़ायदा उठाना ही पड़ेगा। इसके लिए सिंगापुर की बहुत प्रमुख भूमिका है, क्योंकि भारत को अगर सेमीकंडक्टर में आगे बढ़ना है तो सेमीकंडक्टर में सिंगापुर एक बहुत ही सशक्त देश है और मेरे हिसाब से भारत को सिंगापुर के साथ मिलकर सेमीकंडक्टर में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग शुरू करनी चाहिए और आगे ग्रोथ को बढ़ाना चाहिए।
As you know that PM is visiting here, this is his 5th visit. What kind of enthusiasm is here among the people from India?
So I think the Prime Minister has become a brand, and he's taken brand India along with him everywhere he goes, right? And the way he carries himself, the way he presents the country to the whole world is commendable, and there is so much enthusiasm among the students, among the Indian diaspora, even amongst the locals here that the Prime Minister of India is visiting Singapore, and there are going to be a lot of historical decisions being made and a lot of announcements being made regarding joint ventures, regarding collaborations between India and Singapore on digitalization, on semiconductors, on manufacturing. So there's a lot of excitement and people are looking forward to Prime Minister Modi being in Singapore.
What kind of expectations are here after this visit of PM?
So I think PM has a very clear vision, right? He wants to make in India and he wants to grow India as a digital hub, right? Be it manufacturing, be it technology, he wants India to be at the top. And I think Singapore acts as a great model because a lot of things in Singapore that are being currently done can be transported back to India as is. So I'm looking forward to like joint ventures in semiconductors, in terms of building smart cities, in terms of smart manufacturing, in terms of skill development, because what Singapore has done successfully can be very easily replicated in India because the Indian people itself have sort of built Singapore, right? And I'm sure that these skills are very much transferable, and I see India replicating these skills very well, and I think India is on a growth trajectory like nobody else. So I see this to be a very historic visit, and I'm very looking forward very happily to what Prime Minister Modi says tomorrow on his visit.
About the people who are basically Indians living in Singapore, I'll say this one thing. So definitely the India's image is basically been improving as an leader across globe after the leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi, and that we are feeling here as well. In terms of the relations, kind of, if you'll see, the relations are also kind of basically getting more and more tighter. If you take any other countries, including Singapore, and the perception of people is also changing in terms of growth. India is becoming as an leader in almost entire Southeast Asia. A lot of basically manufacturing units are moving towards India because of the initiatives of Mr. Narendra Modi, because he is focusing more on Make in India thing, and that is kind of increasing, or as in GDP, this will get benefited to us. In 2030 we are looking to be a third largest economy of the world. That is also been an achievable target which has been set by Narendra Modi. So definitely we are looking forward to reach that target as soon as possible. And as an us, we are kind of, we can act as an ambassador between India and Singapore, because we are here, we are understanding the scenarios, we understand the macro environment which has been happening. So definitely the MoUs and decisions which will happen tomorrow after this visit, we are expecting them to be fruitful, and the kind of the work which we have seen in past 10 years under the leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi, definitely we are looking forward for a greater relationships, and especially in semiconductor.